Imagine walking into a room wearing something you suddenly regret. Maybe your shirt looks strange. Maybe you said something awkward. Maybe you tripped. Or maybe you simply walked past a group of people and suddenly became aware of yourself. Where are my hands? Am I walking strangely? Did they notice? Did I look stupid? You might spend the next 10 minutes replaying that moment. But here's the strange part. They probably didn't think about it nearly as much as you did. And there's a psychological reason why. Your mind has a tendency to place a spotlight on you, even when nobody else is holding one. Think about the last time you made a small mistake in public. Maybe you pronounced a word incorrectly. Maybe you sent a message to the wrong person. Maybe you walked into the wrong room. For you, the moment can feel enormous. Almost as if the entire room noticed. But ask yourself something. How many mistakes from strangers do you remember from yesterday? Probably almost none. You don't remember the person who dropped something at the supermarket. You don't remember the stranger who stumbled while walking. You don't remember someone's awkward sentence from 3 days ago. And yet, you can remember your own mistake for years. Why? Because you were there. You experienced it from the inside. You felt every second of it. Everyone else experienced it from the outside. And that difference creates a strange illusion. Psychologists call one part of this phenomenon the spotlight effect. In a classic series of experiments, researchers Thomas Gilovich, Victoria Medvec and Kenneth Savitsky found that people tend to overestimate how much other people notice their appearance and behavior. In one experiment, participants wore an intentionally embarrassing t-shirt. They were then asked to estimate how many people had noticed what was on the shirt. People consistently overestimated it. They felt as if the room had noticed. But the room wasn't paying nearly as much attention as they imagined. The psychological spotlight was much brighter inside their own head than it was in reality. And this reveals something uncomfortable about consciousness. You are trapped inside your own perspective. You experience every thought you have. Every hesitation. Every mistake. Every strange expression in the mirror. Every sentence you wish you had said differently. You see yourself continuously. So your brain naturally assumes other people see you with the same intensity. But they don't. They're trapped inside their own perspective too. The person sitting across from you isn't spending the evening analyzing your face. They're probably wondering how they look, what they said, whether they sounded stupid, whether you noticed their mistake. Which means something strange is happening. You may be worrying about them watching you, while they're worrying about you watching them. Two people, both feeling exposed, both imagining the other person is paying attention. And neither one is paying nearly as much attention as they think. But there's another layer. Sometimes we don't just believe people notice what we do. We believe they can see what we feel. You're nervous. Your heart is beating faster. Your hands feel slightly different. You suddenly become hyper-aware of your voice. And then another thought appears. They can tell I'm nervous. Psychologists have studied this related phenomenon as the illusion of transparency. People can overestimate how clearly their internal emotional states are visible to other people. You feel nervous. So your brain assumes your nervousness must be obvious. But your internal experience is not automatically visible from the outside. You know what's happening inside you. Other people don't. And this creates a fascinating loop. You become nervous. You notice your nervousness. Then you imagine other people noticing it. That makes you even more self-conscious. Your self-consciousness increases. And now you notice every tiny movement you make. Which makes you feel even more exposed. The original problem might have been tiny. But your attention magnifies it. The spotlight creates its own evidence. You feel watched. Therefore you start looking for signs that you're being watched. Someone looks in your direction. They noticed. Someone laughs. They're laughing at me. Someone whispers. They're talking about me. Maybe they are. But maybe they aren't. The mind doesn't always wait for evidence. Sometimes it builds the story first. And this is where the phenomenon becomes more than simple embarrassment. Because if you repeatedly believe that other people are constantly evaluating you, you may begin changing your behavior around them. You speak less. You hesitate before answering. You stop wearing certain clothes. You avoid attention. You rehearse simple conversations. You analyze your own behavior while you're still performing it. Instead of actually experiencing the moment, you start watching yourself experience it. And that changes the experience itself. Research on social anxiety has connected heightened self-attention and these kinds of biases with negative self-evaluation and impaired performance in socially demanding situations. The strange part is that the observer inside your head can become more powerful than the actual observers around you. Think about that. Maybe the people around you aren't controlling you. Maybe your imagined version of their judgment is. You don't need someone to criticize you. You can do it yourself. You don't need an audience. Your mind can create one. And sometimes, that audience follows you everywhere. But here's the paradox. The same brain that makes you feel like everyone is watching you also makes everyone else feel like everyone is watching them. So perhaps the room isn't full of people judging you. Perhaps it's full of people trying to survive their own private spotlight. The person you think is judging your appearance might be wondering whether you notice theirs. The person you think remembers your mistake might be trying desperately to forget their own. The person you think is analyzing you might be completely lost inside their own thoughts. So the next time you make a tiny mistake in public, notice what happens. Your mind may immediately say, "Everyone saw that." Don't argue with it. Just ask one question: how many things did I notice about everyone else today? The answer might reveal something uncomfortable. You probably noticed far fewer than you imagined. And maybe the world has never been watching you as closely as you thought. Maybe the loudest audience you've been performing for was inside your own head. And the strangest part is, you were both the performer and the audience.